Mm. Hey everybody. I'm in the mood a little. It's good though. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name's Aya. I guess the mood that I'm talking about is I feel a little stressed. I feel a little stressed. Um, I told you guys I'm in this place called, or this website called Pad Split, where you can, it's like an alternative to an Airbnb because I was staying in Airbnbs. In Airbnbs, you can spend like $300 in a few days, you know, if you're lucky for. Um, and I found this place at reasonable, regular rent prices, you know. Um, it's a website, and I really love it because you have your own lock on your doors. Um, you have your own code to your room. Nobody can just enter in your room. There's a code to get in and out. There really isn't any shared spaces except for the kitchen. It's shared chores. I like it. It's set up, and it's a house full of men, and I'm the only girl. And nobody was giving me the blues or nothing. Like nobody was bothering me. Everybody was just saying hi and bye. Nobody was hitting on me. Nobody was. It was cool, like cool. So today, I was having a beautiful day. I mean, the best. Um, just getting a lot done. I went to Office Depot and print out flyers and business cards for my business. I had a great time talking to everybody today on the public transit. Anyway, and I found this rare feather that I always see white feathers, right? And I take feathers as a sign and symbol that my angels are there, that I'm like, thank you, you know? And I might pick it up and keep it with me, or I might leave it. But today I saw this blue iridescent feather. I'm like, whoa, what type of sign is this? It was so different and so pretty, and it just really made me feel like, yeah, like, I don't know, like a little inner pride, or I was proud. So I come home, and there's this new person here, and he offered me to smoke out on the back porch. That's where everybody congregates if they want to. And I've been on this new kick at these places because since I have been out on my own again after the accident, um living in Airbnbs or living in hostels or whatever, I stopped wanting to talk to men because in anytime you're friendly, just simply friendly with guys, like just a nice person, they take it like an invitation to hit on you, or to, like, I don't know, pull you into some weird bull that you don't even care about, right? But when they are attracted to you, they project their desires onto you, like you feel the way that they're feeling. And I've been going through this my whole life. I've been going through this my whole, like, ever since I was 12 years old or 13, when I started developing or whatever. It's just been a whole lot of mess like that for me, especially as a woman who is more, um, I associate myself more with my intellect and my spirituality than I care about looks. You know, um, let me turn my notifications off. Hold on. But I find that unfortunately, at some point, that always comes into play, whether I care about it, want to care about it or not, even when in relationship with other women. There's an animalistic thing that happens that I was so unaware of as a highly sensitive person. My self-concept is like I'm an artist. I like to read. I like to write. Um, I'm caring. I'm generous. I'm supportive. I'm a good friend. You know, all the intangible things. So when you don't associate yourself with your body and other people are, man, I've been through so much confusion and so much of a learning curve understanding um, how animalistic most people are. And that if you are, if they see you as sexual competition, even if you don't want anything near close to what they are perceiving, what they want, that you don't want what they got, you know, people don't know your perspective when you are a highly sensitive person who's also always evolving spiritually. You know, from a very young age, I saw other people's relationships, and I immediately was like, I want what God has for me. I don't want what other people got because I don't know what they're going through. And what people look like on the outside have nothing to do with what's really going on the inside of their home, their mind, their world, their relationship. I want what God has for me. And so, um, when you're perceived as attractive, when you are a beautiful person, you know, everyone responds to you in lots of wild ass ways. Whether people are nicer to you because they find you attractive than they would be if they didn't. You know, there's pretty privilege, right? Um, and then there's people that will downright try to sabotage you, destroy you, because they think that you're thinking that they're not as good as you, right? And so you get pulled into drama if you let people pull you into drama. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. So today, I'm on the porch with the new guy. And he was like, "Oh, I heard good things about you. One of the other guys told me you were spiritual." And I was like, "Oh, shit." Against my better judgment, you know, I haven't been talking or hanging out with these guys like that, except for like the highly sensitive guy that lives next to me. He doesn't bother me. We can talk and move on, and it's no strings attached, and it's not a big deal, and I don't care about what he's thinking about me, and I'm not thinking anything about him. I just don't care. Okay? Okay. So he starts escalating and telling me, because I'm not giving him any of my energy, any of my insight. I'm not telling him what I think about anyone or anything. I'm not telling him what I think about myself. I'm just like I told y'all, because he's trying to pull me into some weird conversation about spirituality and trying to relate to me in some way, and I don't want to, and I don't care. So then he starts trying to call me out, and saying that he can read my energy and that I think I'm all that and that I know everything. Hmm. Or because I don't because I'm not, you know, he's not able to pull anything out of me, from me, because I just don't want to. I don't like talking about those things with people unless I feel comfortable. Oh, and I think I'm hot shit and all this, you know, and it's just coming out of nowhere. And thank God for my spiritual practice and for um, me embracing being okay with being a stuck up, snobbish, standoffish, badass bitch. I don't care. I am focused. I am focused on myself. I am focused on my goals. I am focused on my health. I am focused on my beauty, my sensuality, my femininity. You cannot, you cannot have me. You do not own me. I am empowered within myself and I can walk around however the fuck I want to walk around. But all I said was like, "Oh, I'm sorry to offend you, Mister. What is your name again?" Because he was like, "Do you talk to any of the guys? What are I don't." I'm like, "I don't know their names. I don't care. I don't have to care if I don't want to care. I don't owe anybody anything. Okay? I am not a fairy princess here to make every man and woman in the world feel comfortable within their own skin, within their own existence. The only thing I am concerned with is that I feel comfortable in mine." So, so I reported him. And why I love Pad Split, sponsor me. Because within that website, you can just choose another place. You can choose another room. You can choose another location. You can move easy. There are other places. I love that so much. I love that so much. And this is something that is an ongoing karmic lesson for me. Even in my twin flame relationship that I just got rid of. It didn't last very long. It lasted, it's maybe going on 2 months now. And there's a karmic lesson for me about empowering myself, about people on the outside, they can control me, control what I think and feel about myself, so that they can get use me how they want to use me, and also use me as a reflection and become me while I turn into their dark side. That's not going to happen. That used to happen. That did used to happen because I didn't know what was happening. But now that I see clean through it, I don't have to live my life like a politician. Like walk into a room, making sure everyone feels comfortable with the cute face, big booty girl that walked into the room. That time is up and it's over. So what do women owe the patriarchy? What do beautiful women owe people? Not a damn thing. And see, when you have that attitude, they want to burn you at the stake like you're a witch. Because then you become the owner of your sexuality and you're on fire. You're absolutely fire. And everything around you wants to possess you, wants a taste, wants to feel you, wants you to touch, wants your love. But it doesn't want to ask for permission. It wants to steal. It wants to break in and enter. It's envious. It's jealous. So enter into the dark feminine energy to where you incorporate your light side and your dark side. It's the like I don't give a fuck how you feel. And I'm still going to stand tall because I'm protected on another level. Things are set up for me in a way that you can't stop me. You can't stop me because God is within me. God is my foundation. God moves mountains for me. God will airlift me up out of here. God can drop down and send a legion of, and he already has because I can feel them around me. Word is bond. And I absolutely love it because I was ready to go anyway. This is an excuse, an opportunity, a shedding of skin. I use everything that goes on around me for my advantage. That is another hack. It's kind of like there's this certain martial arts. What's it called? I forgot. But one of my ex twin flames was a martial artist, and he told me I would be good at it. With the martial art where you take the energy of someone coming towards you and you use it to your advantage. You use it to move them. They don't move you. You see them coming and you use the energy. And so even if someone thinks they're tearing me down, destroying me, reading me my rights or whatever, telling me I think I'm all that and that, you know, I'm not a healer. He told me I'm not a healer, y'all. And I was like, I am a healer. And I don't even care about labels. You can have all the labels. He wants to be associated with that energy. He doesn't want me to be associated with it. I don't give a shit. He wants to be seen as powerful in the house. He can be seen as powerful in the house. I don't care. I don't care. I don't even care about that. I'm here to have a wonderful experience. And being a healer for me is about the experience of being a healer, not about the label. Who gives a shit about the label? Who gives a shit about labels? You know? I'm not here to be called beautiful. I'm here to experience feeling beautiful. I love to feel sensuous. I love to feel myself, feel my own zhuzh, my energy. It's not about what other people call me or don't call me. Don't call me. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me all the way by myself. Thank you. It's the same way I feel about, thank you, Charlotte, for gassing me up. Don't gas me up. Don't gas me up. I need that though. I need that. But it's all true though. And I've been so close to the divine and my own energy and my own empowerment with my own goddess energy. All I could think of was all the good things that spirit has been telling me all day, all the downloads I've been getting, all of the signs. Like I told y'all about my feather. Where is that feather? Where'd I put my purse? Okay. Me though, for real, for real. I just found you somehow. What's up, Ray? All right, I found it. Where did I put her? Isn't this beautiful? I found this today when I was walking to get my flyers. Y'all, I walked in the office space today. In my mind, I've been right? Isn't it pretty? What type of bird is this, y'all? What type of bird is this? Kind of smells good too. Strange. I was thinking that too, but a peacock? Where am I? In some random beach town in freaking Florida? I was wondering if it was a blue jay. I looked up the meaning of finding a blue jay for feather or whatever. But I walked into Office Max today, which I stumbled upon yesterday because me having I'm at the beginning stages again of finding myself and having my own practice again that's not just online because for a while I was just remote, but I've been moved to open up an office again and meet with people in person. And y'all, although I am abundant, my abundance is growing, you know? And so I've still been kind of like, about how much I spend, when, and just really listening to my intuition. So today, when I walked in the office, Max, I was thinking, I'm like, oh, these flyers and these business cards, I need to get them. Okay. And I walked up to the desk and the lady said, here you go. And I was like, don't I have a balance? And she was like, here you go. And she was like, run. And I ran. And we were both laughing. I was like, thank you. Thank you. Just another worry off of my mind. Yesterday, I was going to get I needed to get some food after I went to the office, Max. I'm telling y'all about my synchronicities and about the pot, like why these people just can't and they will never. They won't. Okay? All right. Because spirit be on my on my side. So say what you want to say. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 I'm stopping and go into this grocery store, y'all. And I get food stamps because of my disabilities, and they're probably I don't know if they're going to roll over, like rollover minutes, or if they're going to come to an end or whatever. But whatever. So I'm like, all right, I need to get something. I'm hungry. Um, this grocery store. I look at the prices and I did a double take because this is new grocery stores out now. Well, they're taking the food that the regular grocery stores won't take. And it's marked down so low, it's unbelievable. A full bag of like Tyson's plant-based chicken nuggets for $1.87 or 67 or $1.50. I was like, wait a minute, wait, let me get two. Plant-based enchiladas, four for $1, like the frozen thing. So I don't like to cook in these places like this, or as I usually like cook stuff from scratch. But when I'm like in the shared housing and stuff, I don't like to be in the kitchen long. I don't like to take up much space around people anyway. But the prices are crazy low. I got 10 bags of hot chips, Frito Lay hot flaming hots 10 for $1. I if y'all join me on Patreon, I'll tell you because I don't want to share my location. They're not all over the United States yet. Bow. That's what I did. I'm like, I'm eating hot Frito Lays to my little heart's content. Walking down the street eating hot Frito Lays. I love it. I love it so much. That is so dainty. I just absolutely love it. Um, but if y'all join me on Patreon, I'll tell y'all my location. But I'm not telling it online. I'm just not. There's some people that I gave my address to, like my now my ex twin flame, that I wish. I'm like, oh Lord, don't. Just don't use it. Don't use the address. Yo. But this is I saw somebody talking about, some people talk about beauty and just the dark side of it a little bit, because that's just kind of like rich people talking about their problems. Nobody wants to fucking hear it, you know? And so I don't never say nothing, but it do be a lot, y'all. And for those of y'all who are fine or who are beautiful, you know, and love to exude that beauty and as your self-expression, it have nothing to do with wanting or needing attention from other people. Okay? Girl, stalker alert, controlling alert for somebody. Stalkers and people who are controlling try to act like they're so not controlling. They're very controlling. They try to control you, your emotions, control the outcome, control the energy flow. And that's why I can't talk to him no more. But that's another video. I've been back outside, y'all, because I was in my spiritual healer bag for a while and I didn't have no life, because that's what made me feel safe. So I don't have to deal with all this stuff I'm dealing with now. But I actually have the strength in God, like when I'm from meditation and from journaling and just like loving myself and seeing myself for who I really am, and not being afraid to shine my light, even though I will encounter every once in a blue moon people like this. And even in romance, you know, those are just my lessons. I'm getting tired of being a hermit, though. I want to go out in the sun this year. I stayed hid last year. I stayed hid for 6 years. I got you beat. Except like for my purpose in my work or whatever, I didn't stay hidden. I stayed like, uh, it's like I can't avoid my light and the opposition that I get to face from it. Um, it's challenging and sometimes it really hurts my feelings. But honestly, I'm okay. I have more strength than I thought I did. I have you guys. I'm never letting you go. I'm serious too. I know to stay where I'm loved more so than to try to make it work where I'm not loved. And so one of the hosts said, like, just stay and work it out and see how it goes. I'm like, no, no, I'm not walking around on eggshells. I don't care, you know, and I'm not trying to antagonize anybody either. You know, I want to do what I want to do. This wasn't my first choice anyway. Charlotte says I need courage because anxiety, panic attacks when I go outside. 50,000 cats drive by. Aw. But I wasn't nobody out till I went need to just see it as a compliment instead of a paranoia. You know what? Um, when I was like more hiding myself, when I would pull cards for myself, I would always pull this card, this oracle card that said that even the sun has enemies, meaning that, you know, some people respond differently to sunlight. Some people like bask in the sunlight, like me. I love the sun. Some people get burnt by the sun, and so they hide from it. And some people curse the sun, and some civilizations worship the moon instead of the sun. But that doesn't stop the sun from shining. And I would just keep getting that message over and over. It annoyed me because um, I don't necessarily like everything that comes along with it. Um, and sometimes, if I'm honest, it don't seem worth it, until, I decide to focus on more of the abundance that comes along with just following like the yellow brick road of your intuition every day. That's what I did all day. I was gone all day. And usually I do one thing and then I'll stay in the house. But and that's because of the pain I feel and stuff still in my neck and stuff and my back. But I even decided to give that to God as well because they just are telling me to be so productive and get so much done in one day. And I'm riding the bus and I'm still learning. But overall, I really like the community over here. I love walking around in the neighborhoods and seeing the homes, and most people are really nice. I am in Florida, and so there's like a cast of characters all the time. Florida is crazy as hell, and I love it so much. I love it so much. Mm. Who else? Who else is here? Who else is here? I might as well be. Well, no, I mean, the area I'm in has a little bit of everything. It's kind of cute. It's really charming, you know? It's not too fast and it's not too slow. I guess some people might consider it slow. But a lot of people around here like ride bikes and scooters and stuff, and um it's a beachy town, so there's a lot of homeless people, alternative lifestyle type people. Oh wow, that is a small town. Yeah. Mm. I love the ocean. I feel like I don't want to live without it right now. I was kind of more Midland, but I just really need the water right now. Oh, don't cry. Don't cry. Get you a Airbnb and get you some beach. That's why I moved from Atlanta because I just really felt dried out. I just wanted to be by the water so bad. It was calling me. It was legit calling me. Yeah, I spent time by the water today. Oh, okay. 16-hour from Daytona. So, where are you? In Georgia? Not the jellyfish is calling you. I stay away from them joints. I've never, not yet, been bit, but ooh. Not the last time you left the state. They shut the world down. Charlotte, since you're just now coming on my channel, I was in Peru during the shutdown or whatever, and I wasn't slated to come back until like the end of March because I got my ticket for March 4th, and then I booked it to come back. And my guides, I ain't gonna lie, they told me that they told me to get a ticket for 2 weeks because if I didn't, they didn't tell me what was going to happen, but they told me something was going to happen and I wouldn't be able to come back home. And I was like, what are y'all talking? Anyway, I'm booking my flight for a month. I'm getting me my mountain experience in Machu Picchu, and then I'm going to the beach. What are y'all talking about? And what's really going on? And I had bought like all these clothes and stuff, and they were like, well, you don't need them. My guys be reading me for filth. They were like, I don't know why you packing all of these flowy clothes and doing all the most or whatever. They're like, oh, okay. Well, if that's what you want to do. I thought they were just trying to get me to not spend money. I was like, but I have the money. So this is what I want to wear, y'all. Leave me alone. They were trying to tell me what was going on. Yeah, Peru was pretty. I signed up for an ayahuasca retreat, but it got shut down. I didn't want to go for real. I don't think I want to do that. I might be a little bit more closer to doing something like that now than I was then. I didn't feel like it was going to be a good ordeal for me, so I was glad. I was glad when they canceled it because of the pandemic or whatever. But yeah, I ended up there for like over a year and a half or whatever. Mhm. I blogged about it a little bit. You know what? Y'all want to know why? Yeah, I stayed that long. And when I was crossing through immigration, they were looking at me funny. They checked my luggage because I had like stuff from Cusco, from like the mountains. People live like an ancient civilization still up there, and they make all of these handmade everything, like tchotchkes and stuff. And they wanted to see receipts. I'm like, what receipts am I supposed to get from these little hole in the wall um, artisan shops in the mountains? Can y'all put my stuff back in my bag, please? You know, sheesh. Why did I come back? Cause I didn't feel like I was supposed to stay there. For real. And plus, I couldn't. I only could. They only like. I kind of pushed it. I pushed my limits a little bit. Like they expected for Americans to leave. Um, maybe 8 months. And to use that because extended. They kept extending our visa or whatever, our tourist visa. But I kind of took advantage of it a bit of those extensions. Is it true once you leave the USA you feel the frequency open up like being here you were in some distorted type bubble and when you leave it alleviates pressure? Yes. Yeah. Now I can't speak on every part of the world, but in Peru is a very heart-centered place. And so I find myself being more attracted and finding that even in the United States now. Like the area I'm in is very much heart centered in the way that wherever I go, people are talkative. And that also is another trait of having pretty privilege too. Like when people find you attractive or warm or feminine, and they see that you're friendly in some way, because beauty is on the inside and on the outside, right? People talk to you, open up to you. But in Peru, like everyone's in touch with their fire and their passion, their emotions, and it's in their conversation. They look you in the eye. It's more intimacy, like up front, without so much guard up like it is here in America. People feel so protective of themselves. People are so self-conscious. People do a lot of projecting and a lot of protecting. There's a lot of like wounded inner child problems here. But I lived on in the Virgin Islands, and I've also lived in Peru. And wow, when people get their needs met emotionally, like in convert, like when you grow up and people are in their feelings and it's okay to have feelings, it's such a difference. It made me feel like I was never alone. It made me feel like I'm here by myself, but I don't feel like I'm by myself because everywhere I go, I can talk to somebody. And people let me have my choppy Spanglish or whatever, and they work with me, and I work with them. I even had a couple of crushes. Went to after the pandemic, went to a few parties, house parties and stuff. It was different. It opened me up to being loud. Like in especially I mean in Lima too, but especially in Cusco, people were always like playing music, playing their guitar, saxophone, just hanging out the window, making noise, spending time with family, cooking, laughing. You just heard a lot of jovial intimacy and interaction. So I started singing because I can sing, right? And in America, everybody keeps their talents and their creativity and stuff to themselves, and you save it for or the stage, or you have to be discovered, or it has to be a special occasion. But there it was just kind of like a part of their life, and it wasn't separate like it is here. And so people would be like, "Oh, I heard you singing, you have such a beautiful voice." And that just felt natural. That just felt natural. That's the feeling. I'll tell you this though. What we are paying for that I will never take for granted ever again is infrastructure. We have a great water system, electricity system, and other places, that you can't flush toilet paper down the toilet. You can't the light. You don't know if the lights are going to be on. You have to conserve water. You can't drink the water. You can't touch the water. It'd be stinky. It'd be smelly. All those things that I know I'm a Baps. I am a Black American princess because I'd be like, ew. You know, you should make sure if you go, bring your own roll of toilet paper in your bag, because if you go to a bathroom in a public place, you have to pay for toilet paper, and they only give you one sheet, and it's 25 cents or something like that. What you supposed to do with that? That's why I love to travel too, Ray. I love the contrast. It's a high for me. That's why I don't necessarily want an apartment. I like this style of living where if I want to, I can jump from room to room. I don't want the responsibility of a whole bunch of overhead and stuff right now. I don't know if I want it ever again. I might be like Tony Bennett. Tony Bennett died and he said he never owned a home in his life. He just lived in hotels. And I'm like, that feels like me. Like I don't mind having a home base, maybe, but I like the freedom to choose, to have variety, be nomadic, have different choices. Like I feel like owning a home in America, it make you feel like now you have to sit there and you have to, I don't know, be possessed by whatever it is you own. That's why I don't like having a whole bunch of material things anymore. Maybe except for clothes and shoes and purses and stuff, and arts and crafts, and wigs and hair. But I feel like I got personally to that point to where I felt like, oh yeah, there's some people that go from boat to boat, that live the boat life or whatever. I got invited to live on a boat before I got into this situation, but it wasn't like the right timing. I am going to try it though. If y'all want the information to that lady, I'll give it to y'all. But yeah, there's this person, I think, where is she? Bradenton, Sarasota or something. She has boats and she'll let you rent it out for like 800 a month. But her reviews are wild. Some of them are great and some of them are just crazy. And I didn't really have the wiggle room to play around with her and them crazy ass reviews. So I told her, instead of me giving her 2 months worth of rent or whatever, let me sit down somewhere and then I'll catch her for a week just to see what it's like. Because some of them reviews, I was like, girl, is this legal? Do your thug thizzle, and all, but I can't afford to lose out on 1,600 right now. Rogue re-emerge. I think that's because we no longer live in community. Intentional conscious communication as its foundation. Tell me more, Rogue. Yes to ANCs. What's that? Hit me to your lingo. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Yeah, I have to show y'all my knitting machine. I learned how to crochet. Hold up. Look, y'all. You can knit. I show you what I knit with it. I'll show you what I knit with it. You can knit hats. This was my winter hat. Well, one of them. One of them. This takes up most of my carry-on suitcase. I have like a little luggage. I don't carry around a whole bunch of stuff no more. I don't want to. But this takes up most of it. And I bought the little electric thing to go with it because the crank was hurting my neck. And I made a scarf to go with this. But it's so soft, so soft. And I've been crocheting my own bathing suits. Girl, I be doing stuff. I be doing stuff. What you be doing stuff? Mm. Oh, you have one too? That's so cool. We're twins. I love it. I knitted this market bag that everybody loves. But that thing took me so long. Maybe it won't take so long because that was like one of the first things I crocheted. So let me give myself some grace because I guess I'm getting faster. Maybe. Yeah, let me go get it. Let me go get it. I'm like, let me show you my craft. Hold on. Let me hurry up. Okay. So I knitted these bottoms. I mean, crocheted these bottoms, but they're too big. I was so afraid. I was so afraid that I was going to not make it big enough that I made them too big. I made the crotch too long, too. So it's just my first try, though. So I'm still proud of myself. This is my first try. So I'm making these now because I feel like the that would be so cute on my skin. I'm not done with it yet. I could finish this row while I'm talking to y'all, actually. But yeah, I tried them out. I tried them out at a swimming pool, but being too big is not the tea. It wasn't. It was giving me diaper. It wasn't. It wasn't sexy at all. Mm-mm. Thank all. Thank you guys. But yeah, what you could not self-taught, YouTube taught all day. You YouTube born and raised. Google, holla. Creating the Roland Healing Sanctuary for Bright Workers. What's that? Okay, YouTube University. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So row. I ain't sorry either. Google is my oracle. And Siri is my only friend. Alexa said, "What's up?" And cause she's always running her mouth, even if you don't ask her nothing. You'd be like, Alexa, I was not talking to you. Alexa, ma'am, you don't answer the questions when I ask you, but if I'm not talking to you, you have so much to say. I'm loving Meta AI. It makes me art every day on Facebook Messenger. What's that? Art? What you mean? Would it be cheating, y'all, if I made some oracle cards with AI? That's cheating, right? I don't care no more. I don't have time to do every single last idea that's on my mind from scratch come through with the AI or whatever. They do have AI on Canva now where you can put in a description of the type of picture you want to make. It comes out in a weird size though. It's weird. It don't never fit the canvas that like the normal size canvas on Canva. You just ask if you for what you want to see and it does it less than a second or answers questions. Not necessarily imagine its personality. It's amazing. Its personality is amazing. That's funny. That's really funny. You just ask for it what you want to see and it does it less than a second. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It sure does it less than a second. It's really wild. Pretty cool. See, I don't understand when it gets where is this getting stuck at in here? It's going to make me unravel this whole thing. I don't want to. All right, let me finish this off and then I'll untangle all this later. I don't know what's going on with this. I'm the same way. I don't get caught up in all the other thoughts about it. And that's exactly how you're supposed to focus too. You know, like you take out of it what is good for you and you can just leave the rest alone. Mhm. I don't really go down any rabbit holes like that anymore. Ooh. Yeah, so today's been my life has been eventful. I was about to say today's been an eventful day. But then I was like, you know what? My life is eventful. Oh, F the day. I'm glad. I'm glad your day's mellow. Life is lifing. It's supposed to. We're supposed to have situations that create contrast. That's what inspires us to ask for what we want and to create what's never been created before. If you don't experience contrast, then you don't even really know what you want. I know that's how I am. If I don't experience any contrast in my life, then if you were to ask me what I wanted or what I desire, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But as soon as I experience something I don't want, I definitely know what I do want more clearer. And so, like when it comes to manifesting, having that clarity of what you want is golden because then you're able to focus. Contrast create focus. Not getting what you want, then you focus on what you do want. And the focus on what you want is what creates your manifestation in a more clearer way, or if you keep getting muggy and foggy manifestations, if you're wishy-washy, if you're like, well, I think I want this, I kind of want that, but I don't know if I care enough to do anything about it, because there may not be anything happening in the moment that's pushing you to care that much. But as soon as you experience something that you don't like and it makes you anxious or depressed or mad, you want to get out of there, of that energy. You don't like feeling that zap of feeling that emptiness. Like, God is not here. I need to be where God is at. God, put me back where and so then you start imagining something better. And that's what this did for me today. I needed, I was like, ooh, I needed that. What's that Drake line? What's that song where he say, they say, they they say I fell off. Ooh, I needed that. I'm like, okay, I needed that. I needed that. Because then I started asking for what I really want. Because they were like, where do you want to go? And I told them, what my first choice was. And they offered it to me. But I meditated on it a bit. And the price, girl, the price. And sometimes I take a leap of faith. And sometimes I meditate and I wait a second to see if some things can roll over. Because sometimes I just want ease. I don't always want to be like Tigger's bouncing around and hoping and praying and knowing that everything's going to work out for the best. When it comes to this life, you have to use your discernment, and there's no right or wrong answer. And there is no final destination either. There's no end to creation. But I do find for myself that when I try to skip timelines too fast, um, the distortions, if meaning that if my energy isn't in alignment all the way with the frequencies that I'm asking for, and I jump ahead and go forth in those energies without being in complete alignment, then the drama and the stress that I have to deal with while I'm getting in alignment is more than if I um, wait a little while for ease, you know. And so that's really what I would like to happen if possible in this situation, because there is a beach town that I would rather live in. The Tower, yes, the Tower. There's a beach town that I have a preference for, that if I could, I would, in a heartbeat, in a second, like tomorrow. But I feel at ease where I'm at. Like, okay, I can handle where I'm at, and I want to be able to feel the same way moving into the next situation. And that's been my prayer as I manifest. And even as I pray for that, ask for that, it doesn't necessarily prolong my manifestations from coming into the physical realm either. It just might be like a day, even maybe an hour after I have those thoughts like, God, I would like ease. I don't want to feel kind of like a empty moment where I'm like wondering if everything's going to work out. I don't really need to go through that anymore. I'm done with that. And so I don't need to fly by the seat of my fears or whatever. I got to do it now. It's more like, okay, let me take a pause. Let me meditate a few times. And then usually some money will drop on my account. Seriously. I'll get something I need. And usually for me, Dinero. I'm waiting for more. I need a windfall. We need a windfall. We got it. There it is. You see it? You swimming in it? You feel it? I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Guys, I wish I can stay with you forever and ever and have the biggest slumber party. Yes, make it rain. Make it rain. I love it. But I'll probably talk to y'all tomorrow anyway. Don't forget to sign up on Patreon so that we can get into our spiritual practices together. Okay, of clearing your mind, segment intending, and just removing blockages with ease, not with force, and not even with ruminating on the past. Because whatever you don't want to see in your life anymore, we can just really stop thinking about it as much, little by little. Cool. Well, then, Charlotte, I will see you there. Mwah. Good night, guys.